Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day. Now I want to present a presentation about an pollution which is haze. This is for my individual assignment for EVT 474. Okay, now I want to start with the introduction about haze. What is haze? Haze is a fog or mist that is caused by a small particle suspended in the atmosphere. It means that in this atmosphere, in the air, there is a fog or there is a mist which is formed by a small particulate that suspended into the atmosphere. At high concentration, these particulates scatter and absorb sunlight, resulting in diminished horizontal visibilities. This can um, absorb a lot amount of sunlight, which that diminish horizontal visibility. Also, haze consists of sufficient smoke, dust, moisture, and vapor that is suspended in air to impair visibility. That is why if haze happen in our place, our visibility become blur or it will decrease our visibility to the environment. Okay, next, I want to explain about the source of haze. There is many sources that can cause a haze, and majority of it is from human. Okay, there are many sources that can cause the haze, and some of which are natural, and some of anthropogenic, which is from a human. But majority of haze that are from human activities, which is include open burning, land clearing, vehicular use, which is motor, truck and cars, and combustion on of fossil fuels in industry. Okay, before I start explaining about the source of haze, I want to explain to you about API. Okay, what is API? API is an air pollution index, which is the measurement that the government use to measure the quality of the air, which is that I can show you the example from 0 to 50. That is a good, which is a good environment of air, good atmosphere. 51 to 100 is moderate, 101 to 200 unhealthy, and 201 to 300 very unhealthy, and above 300 is hazardous, which is we have to stay in our house for a long time. Okay, this index also shows its effect on human health, ranging from positive to negative, and this index are classified according to the National Health Action Plan requirement. Okay, now I want to explain about sources of haze, which is there is two: forest fires and air pollutants. These two is a majority sources of haze that is caused by human. Okay, forest fires can happen because some farmers or companies plantation take advantage of the condition to clear vegetation for palm oil, pulp, and pepper plantation by using the slash burn method, which is that as you know, Malaysia or Asian countries, it is a very dry country. So these companies, farmers take advantage of the dry condition to slash and burn the soil to make the soil effective for their plant. The fire and this will cause the fire to often spin out of control and spread into protected forest. Also for air pollutant that cause haze comes from variety of sources such as power plants, factories, cars, and trucks. Natural sources can include windblown dust, and soot from wildfires. These natural sources will transfer all the particulate matter from another place to another place. So that will increase what we call it, the size of the haze, the pollution of the haze. Okay, now after the success of the haze, I want to tell about the effect of haze to human and nature. As you know, everything has an effect, which is a good effect or a bad effect. But for this pollution, which is haze, there is only a negative effect. And I will explain it about effect to human and to nature. Okay, first I want to talk about effect on human health. Haze can cause irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat because that the small particulate matter will enter our eyes, but don't worry, our pupil have a protection, but it still will cause an irritation of the eyes because it is the small particulate matter, and it will affect your nose and your throat. Your throat will become dry and your nose also will become dry, and sometimes it will cause you a TB, which is a dry cough. Okay, haze particles can harm the heart and lung, particularly in patients who already have heart or lung illness, such as asthma or heart failure. This is one of the chronic disease, which is asthma or heart or lung illness, because the small particulate matter will enter your mouth and go straight to your lungs and heart. So that's why this pollution is very, very dangerous for human. Next, coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, and a sensation of exhaustion can also be caused by haze particle. Okay, this is the symptoms if we are affected by haze. Runny nose, blocked nose, dry irritant cough, itchy, watery and red eyes, and lastly breathing difficulty. So if you have these symptoms, go straight to the hospital or nearby clinic to get some medicine or doctor advice, because these symptoms will lead to a chronic disease. Okay, next I want to explain about the effect on nature. Yes, there is many effect on the nature for the marine, for the terrestrial nature, but I will explain about these two, which is the decreasing the colonies of bees settling on the trees. It is because that, as we know, bees are weak with the bees' weakness is a smoke, right? It is a small particulate matter that run through the atmosphere. So this effect will cause massive declines in bee population over the long term, which would they have trickling effect on the tree and fruit pollination in the forest ecosystem. This is because, as we know, bees is a pollinator. Bees will carry other plant seed and will transfer the seed to other place, and that is the how the ecosystem run. But if there is no bees, the ecosystem cannot run as usual, and it will disturb the ecosystem in the forest. Okay, next, animals are exposed to sufficient concentration of airborne toxin over time. Um, animal is just like human. They can get a disease. They will get a disease if they are exposed to the sufficient concentration of toxin over time. For example, upper respiratory tract infection and dehydration that is faced by orangutans in their facilities. They can get a lung or heart attack as us human, because their organ system is almost same as a human, and also contribute to birth defect reproductive failures, and disease in animals. Okay, after the effect to the human and nature, I want to talk about the solution and prevention for this pollution, which is Haze. Okay, there are three prevention methods that we can do or the government can do to prevent this pollution. Okay, first, developing a farming method that does not rely on open burning, but because many farmers, they will use this burning method to make the soil suitable for their plants. So we must find another alternative that does not rely just on open burning. Okay, the first example is biomass in peatlands. Biomass is a renewable energy that can help to improve the economic standing for farmers. This biomass alternative doesn't use fire, and yeah, we will not burn the soil so that the soil can be a high quality soil. Next is a biochar. Biochar is a charcoal that obtained when biomass happen, such as wood and manure that is used as a soil amendment. There is a lot of farmers nowadays that don't use this burning method, but they use this biochar because this biochar is very effective more than open burning. Okay, next is the government can enforcing a regional law that deals with the issue, because this is not a simple issue. This is a serious issue because will it will lead to the country's issue. So enforcing a standardized regional law that penalize persons or plantation companies that conduct burning activities in sensitive areas. So this will prevent the farming companies or plantation companies from do an open burning to make their soil a high quality grade. Okay, next, which is the plantation companies and will end their role in peat and forest destruction. This is mean by all the plantation companies will have to stop their deforestation to build a new place or a new industry. Companies that are operating in risky areas need to stop deforestation and starts with a commitment to no deforestation. This also a very effective way because there is a lot of companies that do an deforestation to make a industry or a factory. Okay, so the conclusion is the haze has no doubt given a serious health effect not only to our country but also to our neighboring country. This is also can give an effect to our human health and nature. So the repeating episode of haze has caused the increasing health problem become unsolved and require more effort to manage this issue, because this is a serious issue, and it this will include a certain countries to manage this issue. This health effect has caused a significant health economy impact, which include rise in hospital admission costs and medication, incremental costs of illness, and extend to cost of medical related leave taken and lead to loss of income opportunities. We can see that from this statement, this is the dangerous of haze. So as haze become annual occurrence, we should be ready in terms of our health facilities, staff, and other resources to manage this health effect company effect economy impact, because this pollution haze, I told you again, it's not a it's not a easy issue. It's not a small issue that we can ignore it. This is a big issue and a serious issue. So we have um, to take care of it. We have to manage it before it happen. I think that's all from me. Thank you.